Alright, so in this video, I'm actually going to show Neprus off in-game, kind of illustrate what his abilities and stuff actually look like. So just real quick before we get into the gameplay, to reiterate, so we have what we're going to see, his level 150 passive, so when in battle, slimes have cumulatively taken 100% of their maximum HP and damage in the same wave. Neprus's final damage will increase by 5%, up to 40% for every time this happens, and then it resets at the end of the wave. This one will be a little harder to showcase just because the final damage is something you can see in the damage output on screen, but it's not as easy to notice because it doesn't directly just reflect in your talents and your attack stats up at the top of the screen. The other things we're going to see is I'm going to show you Neprus's active ability, his Demon Crab ability, where he gets bonus attack and HP, as well as his attacks will start to deal splash damage. The Water Elemental Puppet, so he's going to summon a puppet to tank some damage. Power of the Undertow, this one will be towards the end of the video when he gets close to him actually dying. And then we have the Tranquil Lake Glow, which is a permanent passive that we'll just see on the bottom of the screen. So right here, we can see this little silver blue shining just anywhere within the attack range. That's just his movement and attack speed nerf area, where you can see as soon as enemies enter that area, they do slightly slow down. You kind of got to separate that from the fact that he does have the Thunder God set equipped, so he is naturally just going to be able to stun them a bit as well. But as soon as they enter that, they do slow down by 20%. Their attack speed decreases by 20%. And so, which is just nice because it slows the enemy, reduces their damage output. Now, first, I'm going to show you his active ability right there. So he entered his crab form. You can see his attack and HP to get buffed. And then his attacks just start dealing splash damage, which is helpful just because it will boost his damage output as well as his survivability in general. Now, what we're going to look here for next is this puppet that just appeared right in the middle of the screen. So the puppet has HP. It doesn't really do anything as far as attacks enemies. It just kind of sits there and tanks damage, which is fine just because that's all really we're going to need it for. It's just to help you tank damage, not die. Now, in order to get to these next couple of abilities, we are going to have to just kind of hang on for a minute and get closer to the end of the wave. Probably about stage 20, if I don't use any abilities or anything, is when we'll actually be able to see this effect. I will snip this out into a short as well, just so you can see it separately, because I know you might not want to wait and just watch the video all the way through. Alright, so here's wave 20 when we kind of start to be able to see some of these other kind of effects going into place. So that level 151 is, you'll probably start to notice it here once he starts to lose HP and regenerates it, but it is going to be kind of hard to see just because you have to look at the actual damage output numbers on the screen. Now notice I have swapped to my defensive talents page, and what we're going to see is as he actually starts to die, you'll see that regeneration and lifesteal numbers will go up. I mean, right now I'm at 17.1 thousand regeneration, 45% lifesteal, but right as he starts to die, the lower his HP goes, you're actually going to see that regeneration starts to get buffed as well as the lifesteal. There are some enemy just debuffs that get applied as well, but he actually did end up surviving in part due to that bonus HP or bonus regeneration and lifesteal, which just help him survive. It can be a little hit and miss. I've played on this wave before and just died. However, that bonus regeneration and lifesteal as he gets lower can help as well. But thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.